Hey everyone, Coach Joe. We are going to be going over the arm drag series and finishing that up for this month. We started it, and now the circumstances of the virus has now made it to where we can't hold class, so we want to continue these classes every day of the week for you online. If you have any questions about the technique, please feel free to leave a comment in the either Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook post that we leave. We will respond to it as soon as possible and try to help you, and maybe put it on the next video, a Q&A part. We really appreciate your time through all of this craziness, and we hope that this works for you and you're able to continue your journey in Jiu Jitsu. Hey everyone, Joe Stevenson here with my good friend Jaden Autry. We're going to be working on the technique of the week and the month, every day posting them for you to have some technique to follow. If you want, you can also look at our warm-up for a half hour. It's bag drills and plyos for a minute, and we explain the drills so you're aware of what you are actually doing on the bed. We're starting standing right now because we're finishing up the arm drag series. We're going to be the arm drag series from our closed guard. So looking at the fact that everything's coming from our closed guard, I understand whatever I can do on the ground, on bottom, I can do on top, and a lot of times standing. So to help us with the hand positioning, we're going to start standing right now. We're going to be looking at attacking our opponent when they're reaching for our grip. So there's many times that if he's already on, I can do chop drags, I could do windmill drags. One of my favorite drags to do is putting my thumb in the forefinger in the palm and allowing them to control it, thinking that they have controlled my hand, but I'm able to put my forefingers on top and rotate it. This works really good for being on the ground as well because it prohibits him from grabbing grips on my gi. If he grabs a grip on my gi, it's much more difficult now to address this. So fighting hands. So as he comes, I'm reaching right into the hand. I'm going to rotate the palm up, exposing the elbow almost like an arm bar as I'm pulling it through. For this particular move, I'm going to use my cross leg and step to the same arm, side, leg as I drag. Step, pull. This other hand's going to come to the back, and I'm going to look to lock. So go ahead and stand square for me, Jaden. We're looking to grab the hand before it gets to us. We're turning the palm up. We're coming across to the tricep. We're taking the forward leg. We're stepping through and coming to the back. Practice this 3 for 3 for 5 minutes with you and your partner, and then we're going to work on the actual application from the ground. We've been in the closed guard. Everything this month has been from the closed guard. We're looking at this position here and here. I'm going to grab this palm. I'm going to rotate it over. I'm going to take my legs and I'm going to move him off center as I move my body to the same direction I'm going, feeding this hand to my armpit, bringing this arm over, grabbing the tricep and pulling it through. Instantly when I do that, I want to bring my body up and block his arm because he's going to look to draw the line. He doesn't want that to happen. So he doesn't want this back exposure to him. So he's always going to be pulling. It's important that you bring your body up, so that makes it difficult for him to reposition his arm out. Alright guys, we're going to be looking at the arm drag right now from bottom. You did it standing just so you know where everything's going. We're going to try to do it on the ground. It's a little bit harder because there's more friction on the mat. We try to put our thumb in the palm of their hand so they can bite and grab. At that point, we're going to rotate our wrist down. We're going to use our legs to pull them off center. We're going to move our body the opposite direction as we grab that tricep, and we sit up to block the arm, grabbing the lat with our free arm. You want to stay tight so that when they try to reposition, it's difficult for them too. One more time. What may help you in this position, once you do that, if you scoot your body out a little bit. So we're here, rotate it, pass it, grab it, pull it, and then scoot out a little bit. That way you have a nice little angle and you stay on the outside of the arm. after we get this arm drag position, the next thing we want to do is try to take the back. There's going to be two ways that we do this. One is we're going to pull him on top of us. If we can't pull him on top of us, we're going to then jump to the back. So first one is going to be pulling him into our lap. He controls the drag. Go ahead and put your thumb there, sir. Pulls it through, scoots out. So now from this position, he's going to step on the mat and he's going to try to take his bottom leg and put it in between my legs. And it's difficult to do if your opponent's driving into you, so you have to make sure you moved your body up. That's why you see this little bit of an angle that he has. And he's staying tight to that arm. Once he has that little bit of angle, his hand's going to move from my lat to my hip. Then he's going to post on his elbow or hand. He's going to scoot out and try to pull me onto his lap, but not too hard. If you pull them over too far, they're going to come over here and start scooting out. You want to make a little bit of a hole and have your partner fall into it. What you may have to do in this position is once you pull that hip and you pull him down, you may have to scoot to reposition your body. Grabbing the far lapel, making sure you have this. I like to control this wrist so that he can't fight the hand. We're not applying the choke yet, but if we wanted to apply the choke, we would come up to this elbow. Now we can start choking him. But the foot position is very important. I like to put the sole of my top foot on the shoelaces of my bottom foot. And I like to make sure that I'm pinching with my knees, staying tight with my lower body. Notice how Jaden's ear to ear, trying to stay as tight as possible because the person normally tries to freak out. Now, the next move we're going to be working right now is if your opponent tries to stay sturdy and strong, you're going to pull on that hip and you're going to understand that, well, they're not moving anywhere. That's your opportunity to jump to the back. And when you jump to the back, you don't have to pull them backwards right away. You need to focus on your position. Make sure that your head doesn't go higher than their head. You need to make sure that your hips are aligned with their hips. If you can put both hooks in, you do. If not, you make sure you secure cross-side control like a power half, over-under backpack. You want to make sure your body is staying square with theirs. So now he's going to pull on the hip, and I'm not going. So he's going to release with his top leg. He's going to post on his hand, and he's going to post on his leg, and he's going to bring his hips up, elevate them, and shoot the leg all the way around to the back. Now, once he's here, you see he's got the seatbelt position. Controlling the lapel nice and tight. Very difficult. Hey everyone, thank you for working with us and continuing your journey in Jiu Jitsu with us. We'd like to take this moment to say thank you to all of the sponsors that have helped us make it through this tough times. They've been with us in the good times and the bad times. And a big special thanks to all the members that are tuning in and continuing to support us so that we can provide this to you guys. Please be safe out there. Please have an amazing day and amazing week, and God bless.